Hey up everybody, Magpie Gaming here. I hope you're all doing well. So we finally have it. Streets of Tarkov is here. And that's words that I didn't think I would be saying for quite some time. But today, Battlestate Games have applied patch 13, which includes the first chunk of Streets of Tarkov, and obviously a slew of other changes and additions into the game. So I'm going to go through all of that in this video with you. Apologies, it might be a little bit of a long one, but I'm going to try and keep it as short as I can. I'm going to go through the juicy bits of the patch as always, and I'll put the patch notes link in the description below and a pinned post if I remember, so that if you want to read the whole thing you can of course go and do that. So I'm just going to stick to what I think are the main points of this patch. So first and foremost, yes, the first chunk of Streets of Tarkov is out. We didn't think it would ever make it out in the game. I certainly didn't think it would be in this patch. I've been saying for quite some time that I just didn't think it would be there. They haven't made much fuss about it. They've been releasing a couple of images here and there over the last few months, but we've heard nothing about this map until yesterday when we had a nice little teaser of the map brought out. A little bit of an underwhelming trailer, but doesn't matter now, we've got the map. So this is the first chunk of the map though. It is going to be expanded gradually, but to begin with, on this one we've got an abandoned factory, a hotel, there's a news agency building, there's a residential complex, a car dealership, business centre, cinema, supermarket, and other sort of small sort of urban infrastructure in there as well. So there's quite a bit to get our teeth around. It sounds like it'll be quite a chunk of the map, so I'm interested to see how it plays. Obviously once I've done this video and got it all sorted, I will be going on this evening to have a look. Hopefully the servers hold up with it being the first sort of day of the wipe. Usually the servers are a bit shite, but hopefully they'll be working okay. So yes, we've got the first part of Streets of Tarkov. There's been some changes to the repair kits, and you can now get an enhancement from repair kits whilst using these. So these are for the armor repair kits and the weapon repair kits. They now have the ability to give you a standard or a rare improvement when you use them. Now the rare improvement will only apply when you've got the elite level for these skills. So but after level 10 of those skills you have the chance to actually get the standard as well, and what these correspond to I'm not really too sure, but I think it's just a little bit of a buff that you can get from using these from time to time, but you must have your skills at level 10 or above to be able to get this. So it'll stop things like weapon malfunctions happening as often and things like that. It can have a chance to increase accuracy as well. So it'd be interesting to see just how good these are when we actually get sort of chance to use them. It'll also change things like insurance prices in the flea market value of these weapons as well. So with that, we've had two new skills added in as well, light armor and heavy armor. And we've also had the charisma skill reworked. So this affects the price of insurance, paid extracts, replacement of operational tasks, and the price of scav box and therapist healing services. So charisma is going to be one that you're going to want to focus on if you can do. Then we've got some new weapons added into the game. Obviously we've seen images of the underslung grenade launcher. Those have been added in for the AK family and the AR family respectively, so they both now have the ability to have a 40mm grenade launcher. How abundant these are going to be and how abundant the ammo will be, I don't know. I would assume that it'll be fairly limited. Battlestate Games aren't going to want people running around with noob tubes everywhere, so but we'll wait and see how those work out. The SR2M has been added. This is a submachine gun which I've previously spoke about. Apparently it's a little bit of a beast, so we'll see how that one works. It comes with 20 and 30 round magazines. The AUG A1 has been added in. This is a 5.56 assault rifle that comes with 10, 30 and 42 round magazines. The Glock 19X has been added. This comes with 19, 24 and 31 round magazines. The RSH 12 assault revolver has been added in as well, and we have new equipment added in, but the patch notes don't say what those are. Then we've had a slew of changes to the co-op PvE mode that you can go in. This is the offline mode where you can join up with friends. You now have the ability to turn off energy and water drain, so if you don't want those hampering your game in the co-op mode, you can turn those off. Bot configuration has had a little bit of a rework. Now you can adjust the amount of scavs that will come up, the difficulty of them as well. Spawn points, you've now got the ability to choose where you spawn on the map, so you can choose to spawn all in one place as one big group, as online, which will separate you out around the edges of the map, or you can be split into two teams. Now these two teams are chosen on how you join each other in the lobby, so that's going to be a great way for content creators to create situations that they can then film for videos and things like that. And it's also going to be a great way for people just to practice the game. Turning off energy and water drain would be a good way to just not be bothered by those and concentrate on other things. So yeah, they've added some good changes to that. You're also going to be able able to change the weather. You'll be able to change it between clouds, fog, wind and rain, and you're also going to be able to choose the time of day that you enter the raid as well. So some great changes to that system, and I think that's going to be getting used a lot more now by people going forward. The hideouts had some changes. They've added 2 new upgrade levels for the shooting range. The new levels allow you to set up a variety of shooting targets, including moving targets, and the use of a training program to improve your shooting accuracy. There are other changes to the hideout as well, but they don't go into specifics over what those might be. We was looking that whether there be a gym or something like that. It's not included in the patch notes, but it doesn't mean that it won't be included in the actual patch. We'll have to wait and see. They've added 5 new stimulants into the game as well. There's big descriptions of those. I'm not really going to go into them, but if you want to read them, of course, the link is in the description down below so that you can go and check those out. There's new voice lines for the bosses, so Killer to Gilla, Night, Bad Eye and Big Pipe have got new voices. And then we have a big list of changes. They've rebalanced weapon mastering progression, they've rebalanced trading prices and added new barter items, they've rebalanced conditions and rewards in some of the old quests and added new quests in. Some quests in chains can now become available after a period of time after the completion of the previous one. They've also changed the spawn points of some quest items, so they're going to be sort of randomized. This is something that I've been wanting to be added into the game for quite some time. Instead of quest items just being in the same area all the time, you now might actually have to go around and have a good route around to see if you can find them. I don't think that'll apply for all quests, and I'm not sure it'll apply for the very early ones, but I think it will apply for later ones, but we'll have to wait and see. They've also added the ability to add a craft to a favorites menu so that you don't have to go searching through all of the time, so that's a good addition in the hideout. They've added weapon malfunction for bots, and they've improved the behaviour of rogue bosses. For those of you on AMD cards, they have now added in support for SFR 2.1, so you'll be able to tweak your game a little bit better, and hopefully you'll get a better picture out of it now if you're running on an AMD card. And Steam audio has been stripped from the game completely, and it's been replaced with Oculus audio. Now this is a new sound positioning system that they've added in. They recommend turning it on for the best experience, but for the moment it only covers the maps Factory Customs, Woods and Streets of Tarkov. The other locations are going to be added and improved as we go along. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see just how well that works. Whether it's going to ever fix the bug of not being able to hear people coming up and down stairs, we'll have to wait and see, but hopefully this will be a lot better than the Steam audio was. And then we've just got a massive list of fixes for the game, which I'm not going to go through. There might be something in there that interests you. Like I said, the link will be in the description down below so you can go check that out. But yeah, there's a lot of fixes there, and that is patch 13. Now there's notable things missing from this. There is no word on anything on the lighthouse map, so we was expecting that there would be the new boss, there would be the new lighthouse trader. That's not to say that they aren't included, because at the end of the trailer it goes into the lighthouse, and I'm assuming that's where the lighthouse trader is, and that's in the patch 13 trailer. So I would expect very much so that this will be in, and it's just not in the patch notes. I've been following this game long enough now to know that they don't always mention everything in the patch notes. Sometimes they like to put things in as a surprise, sometimes they've simply just forgot to put things in, so we'll have to wait and see. But I would assume that because they've been making quite a fuss about those things, they will be included in the game. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. I've tried to make this as short as I can. I'm sorry if it's been a bit too long, but let me know down in the comment section down below what you're most looking forward to in this, what you are glad has been included into this patch, what's not included in it and you're kind of wishing it had been included. Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.